So the first thing we want to do in this problem, ladies and gentlemen, is they're giving us a value, sine of u equals -4/5. And our constraint is our angle u has to be greater than pi, but less than 3π/2. So what does that tell us about our triangle? Well, that tells us which quadrant our triangle is going to be in. So let's go through and take a look at that. Which quadrant is it going to be in? Yes, 3, you think? You really think? Let's go and see. So if we know halfway around where it would be pi, this would be pi halves, and this would be 3π/2. So if it has to be less than 3π/2 but greater than pi, then yeah, you're correct. So to draw a triangle in that quadrant, has to look like that. Does that make sense? Because the constraints are going to be different, guys. Every time, every problem is going to be a different constraint. Notice, remember your homework, you had those quadrant 2 constraints. So there's our constraint. So now we write our triangle, which is -4, 5. So we know that's -4, and that's 5. Now, by using my Pythagorean triple, I know that that side is going to be 3. And since it's in the third quadrant, I know it's also going to be negative. OK? So now we're going to be working on how do you find the double angles. All right? So there's a couple formulas, Jamie, that you're going to be using for this. All right? So the first formula is, let me see if I can remember them correctly. We could do cosine of 2u equals cosine squared minus sine squared. Also equals 2 cosine squared minus 1. And also equals 1 minus 2 sine squared of u. So if we want to find the double angle, let me just double check on 380. Cosine squared minus sine, yep. So if we want to find the double angle, I can choose one of these formulas. Doesn't really matter which one, whatever one you want to. For this case, for this problem, let's do this formula. So I'll say that equals cosine squared of u minus sine squared of u. So we've already evaluated this triangle. What is the cosine? Well, the cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So that's going to equal -3/5 squared minus the sine, which is -4/5. So that would be minus -4/5 squared. Then we square them. Since they have the same denominators. Ta-da! Done. That's it. Come on. That's all I got. OK? That's it. It's negative, right? OK. Where'd I get what?